Hello, I'm Evan Turrell, and this is Eagle News. Today we have Carter Lang with us with his Truss Bridge project. So, Mr. Lang, could you please tell us what you did in this project?
Yes, I tasked each of my geometry classes to construct a popsicle stick truss bridge out of popsicle sticks standard size and hot glue serving as connections. So we had high temperature hot glue guns, we had 230 popsicle sticks, and they were tasked with building a 12-inch bridge. And as you can see here, a lot of these bridges turned out really nicely. These are the top 3 from our competition coming out of 7th period. There's several bridges with good designs and so on and so forth. So that was our task, 12 inches, and they succeeded very well. So, and I can speak to some of those successes if you would like. Like this bridge in particular, it sustained a peak pressure rate by putting a rod through the middle and testing it with our bridge buster at 363 pounds, which was the overall best bridge in terms of peak rate and efficiency. Our second one here, this one held a peak pressure rate of 285 and some change, and this third one the Hulk bridge held about 251 and some change as well. And so then from there it dropped down to like 229, so on and so forth. There were some bridges that didn't hold a lot of weight, but considering the differences in the actual weight of the bridge itself, they still performed fairly adequate. So not all of the bridges were this successful, but we had a wide range of successful bridges.
Could you please tell us the value in a project such as this?
The value in a project is pretty direct. We can see it pretty clearly here. The content standard and the objectives that I wanted the kids to explore and understand was how to test whether 2 triangles were congruent. In particular, there's a state standard that talks about triangle congruence using, side, side angle side, so on and so forth, and using that within proofs within triangles. Or proofs relative to triangles. And so if we look here, students were tasked with measuring 2 given triangles to see whether they demonstrated congruence using one or more of those methods. And so directly the students had to capture that, and went pretty well overall. So,
could you please tell us the plans in the future for a project like this?
Yeah, and so just like within the value too, there's this engineering aspect and this dynamic project that they are able to produce to see what it is that they can apply to real life, actually constructing a bridge. Our plans for the future include continuing to involve the engineer's office, potentially work with ODOT, work with maybe some other companies locally. I know there's a company in Parkersburg that deals with bridges, and maybe even displaying these at a showcase in the future, having different teachers construct bridges. I think that would be a really cool way to expand this project, to have a maintenance crew build one, other people make submissions. I'm also considering making this part of a larger PBL that potentially even spans either the whole year or a semester. So my mind is racing with ideas, and so to anybody in the audience, if they have ideas, feel free to shoot me an email, stop by, ask me about it, especially teachers if you guys want to be in the competition. I think that it would be an excellent way. I forgot to mention this crane scale that I bought. It does go up to 660 pounds in terms of peak pressure, what it would register to. And so this bridge here, maybe met close to the halfway point, but there's a lot of room for improvement we have there. So that's kind of the plans. It's an optimistic outlook for the future of this project. So,
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely.
What's up? This is my segment for my Saturday Night Live thing. I just woke up and I'm about to go take a shower and get the day started. So, yeah. Hey, oh, come on. Come on. Come on. What's up? Just got to Mickey D's. Some idiot was trying to pull out in front of me, and they hit the curb, and I think they tore up the rims. So they're pretty stupid. But anyway, yeah. Just got to work. This brother, here's Chait, my man, for the segment for our thing. But yeah, work sucks.
and this is Patrick on the street.
What's your name?
Lisa Collins.
And who are you?
I am the mother of the infamous Patrick and Macy Collins.
And where are we right now?
We are at Epcot in Disney World, Florida, USA.
What's been your favorite ride so far?
Ratatouille, I loved it so much. Afterward.
Okay. What's your favorite country so far?
I think Japan is really cool.
We'll have to try that next. Thank you. Okay. Just anyone who wants to. You don't all have to. Okay. So, what country are we in right now?
We're in the United States of America.
What country are we in? Epcot.
We're in Japan.
Japan. Okay. What has been your favorite food so far?
Ooh, there was a really good roasted boar in Germany.
Ooh. What's your favorite ride been?
What's my favorite ride been? I like Starship Earth. I really, really like Test Track.
Test Track is one of my favorites. Thank you very much. Would you look at that? It's a fish in the shape of a spoon. Sorry for the cut. I forgot about the sushi. So, unfortunately, Yum Yum sauce is an American invention. So they don't have it in the Japan Pavilion. And I think that really would have made this a million times better. And it was really heavy on the ginger. But still, 10 out of 10. Okay, so we're still in Japan. Surprise. And I just had food. So I had chicken with curry. Because I only eat fried chicken. And it was really good, 10 out of 10. I had, well, Macy had, but I ate some of the ramen. And it's nothing at all like ramen noodles. Very good, 10 out of 10. And then I had this salad. My mom had this salad, I had one bite. But it's a very good salad. 10 out of 10. Patrick, what are you doing? I'm gonna interview the ibises. What has been your favorite drink? It's too far away, you can't talk. He says the mint julep.
What does SSP stand for?
SSP stands for Student Solving Problems.
What do you do in SSP?
We basically look around our school and our community and see what problems that students and teachers have that we can fix.
Harper,
Could you please tell us any issues you have with the school that could be fixed or improved upon?
the school bathrooms, they're really dirty. Like there's holes in the walls and everything.
I think bathrooms is a big thing to get fixed. They are destroyed. Maybe just having blocks in the stalls would be cool.
Amen.
Do you feel like SSP is making an impact?
I do feel like SSP is making an impact, but it can make a bigger impact if we have more people come and join.
So what was your activity that you had today?
For this section of our Find Your Future Day for freshmen, we are doing a cup stacking activity where the students have to use a rubber band and a string. Each person has control of the string on the rubber band, and they have to use that to stack the cups into a pyramid. They have to communicate, they have to figure out their strategy to make it work, and then work together to manipulate the device to get the cups stacked. If they don't communicate effectively, then the whole project doesn't work.
Can you please tell us why you picked such an activity for today?
We really want to see our students learn how to work together and to become a team, and this is a good smaller activity to start that into some smaller groups, and then hopefully that filters off into the larger groups as well.
Do you think an activity such as this will be valuable for the students?
I do think this activity is valuable for the students. The groups so far have had fun with this, they've laughed. We do a little debrief after the fact, and they've told me that, you know, they argued, but they also had some conflict resolution and compromised, and that's all part of the activity. So I think it is going to be beneficial for them in the long run.
Could you please tell us what you did today?
Okay, so today I am doing yoga and mindfulness. So a few postures in the chair, that way it's really accessible and students can use it anytime they're in school, and just some breath practices to help regulate their nervous system and help with any anxiety they might have.
Could you please tell us why you picked this activity today?
I picked this activity because one, I think it can change anybody's life. It's really accessible. We live in a world where it's very go, 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 and yoga and mindfulness are tools that we can use to really tap into ourselves and find some peace in our lives.
Do you think this activity is valuable to the students or to anyone really?
Oh, it's incredibly valuable to everybody. Accessible to everybody, valuable to everybody. Science has proved that these practices can help regulate the nervous system. And I mean, is there anybody that doesn't want to feel a little more peace, a little more calm, a little more centered in their lives? When we feel at peace and at ease, you know, we can find places of joy in our day-to-day. So.
Could you please tell us the activity that you did today?
So the activity I brought today was the reality store. So this is an activity where students get to pick a career, and then based off that career they have to figure out if they can budget for a whole month based off, you know, housing, if they can afford utilities, childcare, things like that.
Could you please tell us why you came here with this activity today?
So we brought this activity not only to, you know, introduce students to educational talent search, to help them think about things when they grow up, you know, in terms of colleges, you know, careers, how much they make. So we kind of help them figure out what college they might want to go to and how to afford it, because doing this activity, a lot of students don't think about, you know, like things like childcare. They don't realize how expensive things are. So this kind of is an eye-opening activity.
Do you think this is a valuable activity to participate in?
Absolutely. I think a lot of students are, you know, surprised, especially with careers they're thinking about doing and they don't realize how much they get paid, and then they try to go through the month and they're like, oh, I can afford this. Like some students were, you know, negative a couple $1,000s. So I think it's an excellent, you know, activity to help them start thinking about that type of stuff.